Oh, whoops, not today. Just one thing that I want to show off in this cutscene, and then we're going to get on with the episode. Whoopsie doopsie, we got the light arrows. So, hello everyone, I am Tessellating Hexagons, back with some more Master Quest, Ocarina of Quest, Time Master Questery. And, well, there was a cutscene just there, and yes, I cut it out. Fight me. But I have a good reason for doing that, and that reason is this. It's very, very story relevant, and the stuff we're doing in this episode is very, very not story relevant, so I will show that cutscene in its fullest. Just not yet. Cause you kind of, like, that cutscene plays automatically the next time you come to the Temple of Time as soon as you've collected all of the medallions. And because when you save and quit the game as an adult, the first place you spawn when you resume playing is in the Temple of Time, the only way to avoid that cutscene is to save and quit inside a dungeon, but even then you can't go back to being Child Link because you'd have to come through the Temple of Time in order to do that. So, that is essentially an unavoidable cutscene, and I will show it when the time comes, but the time is not currently now. Because there is a load, and I mean a load, of faff that I need to do, and I just realised that it's nighttime, and that's kind of a not good thing, because I need to be in Hyrule Field, but it doesn't matter what time of day it is, just as long as I'm in Hyrule Field. Yeah. Okay, so I did actually make a checklist of all the things that I need to do, and I have not been even slightly clever in how I've gone about listing stuff. I have this really long, vague list of things that I need to do, and kind of no idea of the order in which to do them. There's a load of faff that I want to do, and I can't remember what I have and haven't done, and is backwalking faster? I feel like backwalking's faster. So, I have about 9 more heart pieces to collect, plus a couple of permanent upgrades that I don't really have any use for. Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to go about doing this, and it's definitely not going to be the most efficient way of going about doing it, but it's a thing that I shall do. Also, there's a tree around here that'll be important for later, but I don't remember where it is, and we can't do anything with it right now anyway. But, in case you can't tell, our destination for today is Gerudo Valley, and I just noticed a pea-hat rising in the distance, which means that we may be about to be accosted by mini pea-hats, and this is why I don't like exploring Hyrule Field as Child Link. Because pea-hats. Now, as you will have seen, while I don't want to spoil the story elements of that cutscene, we do get the light arrows as a consequence of that cutscene in the Temple of Time, and I figured it would just be easier to come clean about that rather than pixelate it out in every time I pause the game, because it's obvious if I've got something in the item screen that's in the same corner as the fire arrows, it's fairly obvious what it is. And yes, I knew there was a gold Skulltula there. Apparently it's only there as Child Link, and that's tripped me up on several runs through this game, including the 3DS version, because I knew there was a gold Skulltula there. I just thought it was there as Adult Link. But no, there's a different Skulltula here as Adult Link. Now, we are going to need some beans and a boom. Orang. I'm so clever. So, that's a point. If you mix some C4 plastic explosives with some egg whites, does that create a boomerang? Because it's explosive. And it's a meringue. Terrible pun. Now you there, I have a membership card. You're still not going to let me in though, are you? I kind of want to skip this text, but I don't know how many text boxes it'll skip through. Okay, so there you go. I tried to explain this in other episodes. You can glitch your way through that gate, but it's a glitch that I have no idea how to do. Now, in this area, we have bean things to do, we have heart piecey things to do, and Navi will not shut up, but I do not have time for her sass. Now, I think there's a way of getting both things in one clean run here, because there's a ledge down there in the gorge that has a bean thing on it. One of the 2 beans that haven't been planted yet, alongside the one in Lake Hyrule, which I've been putting off for ages. And there's also that ledge down there with the wooden box on it. And I think... Why do I feel like you can only fly with Cuckoos as Child Link? I don't remember why that should be. Just hopefully the chicken will stay with me. Oh, won't you stay with me, giant green rupee? Oh, good, we've got yet another heart container. Chicken! It's gone. Well, I don't see myself being able to make it to that ledge, but here goes something. Link, why did you dive? Well, I would cut to when I get back to the top of the gorge, but actually I have business in Lake Hyrule as well, so that's kind of why I'm doing these things all in one fluid bubble of stuff. I'm sorry if my quality isn't very commentary. That wouldn't have made sense even if I'd said it right, which kind of proves what I'm about to say. It's very, very hot today, which is strange, because this is the United Kingdom. We've had summer. Summer lasts about a week and then it ends, and it's very hot, it's very humid, I can't goodly think. But at long sweet last, I can finally plant this magic bean that I've been putting off for ages. Now, if I was sensible, I'd go over into yonder distance and do the fishing minigame as well while I'm here, but I'm going to do that separately because I'm going to do... Because you have to do the fishing minigame twice, once as a child, once as an adult, and I'm going to do both of those things next to each other. That's probably next episode. We've got at least 2 episodes of faff before story progress. Oh no, at least 3, if not 4, because, oh god, there's an entire optional dungeon. I'll see you back at the top of Gerudo Valley. Well, as I predicted, I was accosted by some mini peahats on the way back, and all you're getting to see of that is one humorous little clip. But yeah, so as I was saying, it's very hot, it's very humid. Why? Why has the weather been so strange lately? What did we do to deserve this, oh mighty weather gods of Britain? Because, judging by how some people in this country behave, you would have thought... Yes, apparently our Prime Minister is secretly, like, closet Poseidon. There are some people who essentially believe that. Anyway, rather than throwing shade like it's sunny, and it is very sunny, I want to drop the chicken and defend fast. Wow, that started as a euphemism and ended as me just completely fucking up what I was saying. I want to descend faster by dropping the chicken, and actually watching this is messing with my eyes, because which way is that land beneath us going? Is that even land? Is it a wall? It's not a wall, it's land. I know this for certain. You can even see it on the map. How far down is it? I can't tell. It hurts my eyes just a little bit, but now we are here. Away with you. And since we're here, first of all, there's a ladder there you can barely see through the waterfall. I don't know if you can get that as Child Link, and once you go down into the water, you can't get back up to this ledge because there's a very high-speed current. And I'm going to talk to this Gossip Stone simply because we're never going to come here again. With the Mask of Truth, anyway. Wow! Really? I never would have guessed! Well, maybe I shouldn't be so sarcastic, because you can come here long, long, long before you even know that this is where the last dungeon is, or the last main adult temple dungeon. Hello, Mrs. Thing. Camera, why? Yeah, what are you doing down here with this cow? What is your mean? Now, what's in this chest? It's not even a chest, it's a crate. I'm sorry, I can't think. And I was about to dive it, I was about to just turn around and dive into the water, but I just remembered this is the last Skulltula we can get from these, so I don't have to recapture these bugs. Because the one on Zora's River apparently doesn't have a gold Skulltula attached to it, because I tried. You saw me try in this very project, and I got nothing out of it, so... Also, I managed to kill a floor Skulltula without taking damage. That's like a new personal record or something. So, are we done here yet? We are not done here yet with the Skulltula, but... I don't know where the other gold Skulltulas are then. So, since we're here, I'm going to try and get to the ladder up here, because theoretically, the current maybe shouldn't start if I'm up against the wall? Maybe? I don't know. Also, I have no idea how long to make this episode, because that cutscene that I skipped at the beginning is like 6 or 7 minutes long. And also, there's going between places that I'm going to cut out. And yes, there's no current behind the waterfall, because that makes perfect sense. So we can get this heart piece as well, isn't that sweet? And then I'm going to cut again, and this episode is going to be a mess. And again, weird visual imagery. Hoot Poos! Thank you. We are closing in on the last few heart pieces of the game, by the way. What do I need to do now? I'm going to cut while I get to my next destination, and I shall consult my notes on the way. So I shall see you lovely people in just a moment. Right, I'm cutting back in here, because up ahead you can see Kaepora Gaebora. You can talk to him and grab onto his talons, and he's a shortcut back to Hyrule Castle Town, but you can also move the grave he's standing on, and I don't remember if there's anything of value down there. So... First of all, you can't move the grave while he's up there, so we just need to get him to get out of the way first. But if I walk too close to him, then he'll automatically take me to Hyrule Castle, which isn't a fun time. Why are you telling me this now? You know I already know this game. Yeah. Okay, now you're really patronizing me. But then again, I think you can come here pretty much as soon as you can get into Hyrule Field, you can come here. So I suppose this is valuable advice. Then again, does that mean then you could beat the Great Deku Tree, come out here and come immediately to Lake Hylia, and then have him be an immediate shortcut straight to Castle Town, which would be your first destination anyway? Yeah, he will fuck off after a moment. There he goes. We don't need that shortcut at the moment, I just wanted to see what was in this grave. Because I know there's something, I just don't remember whether it's anything of value. I don't know whether it's like a... Well, it's not a heart piece, because that's not on my checklist. Maybe it's a sculpture, or maybe it's nothing. Ooh, it's some sort of shop. I don't think there's anything of value in here. But it's worth a checking anyway. Worth a checking. I'm so good at words on this most hottle of days. Because hottle is an adjective, don't you know? Oi, you there. Bestow upon me your nuts, he says after it's too late. Now, I need to not press B, because even though B is decline... Not interested. In any other game, if you press B on a yes or no option, then it would default to saying no if you press B, but for some reason this game reads no as yes. I don't need your bum-ass bombage. Away with you. And I'm guessing this guy has nothing of importance either, but hey, I showed off something that was kind of story relevant. Oh wow, this was a total waste of time. Well, at least now you know it's here. And now I shall resume cutting to my next destination, which I have decided on, and I will meet you there. You know, it just occurred to me how surreal it is that today's the 7th of June. I haven't recorded anything since the 3rd of June, and I haven't recorded this series since the 10th of May. What is it with this series and going on huge long hiatuses that I have more than enough episodes to fill in for? That's just bizarre. Like, the last time I recorded this game, I didn't know who'd qualified from the first semi-final of Eurovision. And now we know who the winner is. And who's taking part next year. That's kind of fun. And of course, I've had consistent regular uploads since then, and oh, I don't like this. This is what we came back for. First of all, we need to finish expanding the frogs for 1 heart piece, and then they have a really shitty minigame afterwards that yields another heart piece, so 2 heart pieces. Now, I think the only song we didn't know the last time we were here was the Song of Storms. Because each frog requires 1 song, apart from Saria's song, and no warp songs. Unless... Oh wait, no, they like the Song of Storms. Okay, wow. That's totally not like plagiarism, or that's not plagiarism, it's copyright joke. I made humor funny. What? Wait, hang on. Is that... Do you not get a heart piece for expanding all of their sizes then? I guess the Song of Time is the last one we didn't know when we were here then. Because there are 5 frogs, each one grows bigger when you play them a certain song, apart from the Song of Storms, which just straight up gets you a heart piece. Expanding all of them then unlocks this other minigame. There we go. Now they're all big, I think they're going to give me either 50 or a silly number of rupees. Either way, we can't hold it. And that also unlocks a minigame, which is not fun, and I'm going to do it now. But first of all, our reward, another 50 rupees. Okay, I mixed up what the prizes were here, but that's 1 heart piece, let's get the other one. Which, this is not fun. This, I will explain it afterwards, but I'm going to demonstrate it first, and I do not like this. Hey. Oh! I did it on my first try! Wow. But there is a little bit of a secret to that. You have literally no time to press each button. Like, you have no time to react in this little minigame. Because I tried it as a child. That's my first time ever actually successfully doing that. Because by the time I've registered which button... Because first of all, you can barely tell which frog corresponds to which button. Once you work that out, you have to press the button, and by the time I've gone through that entire mental process, it's too late. They've told me I'm too slow. And the secret there is, the order in which you have to press the buttons is the same every time. It's not random. It looks like it might be, but I just... Well, first of all, I made no... I remember how I was, like, towards the end of last year... Well, no. At the start of this LP, I kept mentioning how I was watching Ella's LP of 3D Master Quest, and she made note of this in her playthrough, and I made notes back then in preparation of this. Then I double-checked it against an online walkthrough just today. I should be cutting this, but I want to rant about that minigame, because that's so hard. But it's the same every time. It's always A, left, right, down, A, down, right, left, A. So 14 notes in that sequence. Oy. Anyway, I'm going to cut and grow up, and when I come back, we've got a couple more things to do, and this is such a faffy episode, and the next couple of episodes aren't going to be any better. See you in just a second. Okay, you rejoin me emerging from Lake Hyrule simply because I used the Serenade of Water to warp out of the Temple of Time, because I don't want to run through the Redeads in Hyrule Castle Town, and for a moment then, I saw Link's shadow at the bottom of the ladder, and I thought, oh no, there's a Wall Master, because I'm still... Like, bearing in mind this is nearly a month later, I'm still super conditioned by the Spirit Temple. Now, you join me here specifically because I mentioned earlier in this episode there's a tree around here somewhere, and I don't remember which one. I think it's on the northern end of Hyrule Field. All I have in my notes is that it's between Lon Lon Ranch and Gerudo Valley, but there's a kind of red, no, not, sort of yellow-gold kind of tree. It doesn't stand out as much as that descriptive would imply, but there's a tree, and then there's a hole underneath it, and there's a heart piece in that hole, and we need to go down into that little wet hole and retrieve the love from within. See, it sounds like I'm trying to deliberately be provocative, but no, there is actually a puddle of moisture in there. We need to dive to the bottom of it with either the iron boots or an item we don't have yet, and it's an optional item, and that's going to be next episode probably, because, yeah. It's looking like that tree there. Sweet relief. I don't have to wander around everywhere aimlessly looking for a tree that may or may not exist, except it has to exist it exists in the game and not in real life. I'm rambling because it's hot. And I got so jealous watching Link swimming through Lake Hylia. Now, I think you can bomb this hole as well, but it works with a hammer and I couldn't be asked changing what I've got equipped. Hello, Tektite. I'm going to equip my iron boots and then shoot you in the face, and there is nothing you can do about it. That said, I could just go under the water and you can't follow me down there because... You're a Jesus bug. You can't follow me down here. There's... Oh yeah! Kind of forgot about the Zora Tunic. But there we go. We are now officially 4 heart pieces away from getting all of the heart containers, and bearing in mind what I said about the frog minigame, I've never got all the heart containers in this game before, through legitimate means anyway. Now, I would love to call the episode here, but I have no idea how much stuff I have to cut out. So let's just carry on in the direction we're going and head back into Gerudo Valley, because... we have a couple of things to sort out there as well, and when all is said and done, I feel like I'm going to have just as much stuff to cut out of this episode as I am to leave in. Because I'm up to more than half an hour of recording already, but I know there's like nearly 10 minutes of cutscene at the beginning, and also some other stuff, like travelling between areas, which by all rights I should cut this out now, but I'm not going to. You can suffer with me. Because it's hot. Make note of that Poe, by the way. Those are going to be important later. There is a side quest where you have to go around Hyrule Field and kill a bunch of those and catch their spirits in a bottle, but the trick with those is, if we were to get out my bow and kill it here and now, it would just drop a regular Poe soul, which is no use for what we need those for. In actuality, you need to get a whole load of those whilst riding Epona, and then you get big Poe souls instead. You trade in 10 of those in the entrance of Castle Town, which I've not shown off yet, and you get the 4th bottle. Which is not a fun minigame, I've done it all of once. And there is a hole down here, I did wonder. Now, I don't know if I've done this already or not. Or yet, anyway. And why would you have a Sheikah stone down here? You can't break bronze boulders as a child, Link. Just wondering, is there a gold sculpture down here? Because I want to make sure I have all of the things. Wow, no shit, this is a 100% playthrough and I want all of the things. I never would have guessed. As I said, getting slightly loopy because it's hot. And it'd be so nice if I could hear the audio cue for whether there's a Skulltula in here, but... well, there's a cow. And there is a Skulltula! Oh, good. I didn't waste you lovely people's time after all. Now I'm slightly paranoid that there might be, like, invisible enemies or, like, a Wall Master or something, which would be a... that would be a legitimately tricky thing to do, to put a Wall Master in a random cave like this. But it wouldn't be a Master Quest thing to do. Beautiful. Now, I think that counts as part of Hyrule Field, and there is no way that I've got all of the... oh, for just a moment there, I thought, oh, there is a gold sculpture icon, maybe I have got all gold sculptures on Hyrule Field, but no, I haven't. I don't remember where they all are, but I can say with certainty that I've not got them all yet. And I don't think there are any more holes of that value around here. but there's definitely stuff here in Gerudo Valley that we need to take care of. Now, I would have said that the heart piece behind the waterfall would come and get that now, but nope, you can get it as Child Link. Eggs and bacon, I was mistaken. Ding dong, I was wrong. But you can see a bronze boulder there. There are some other stuff we can deal with as well. Is that grammar? There are things that we can do, after which I shall end the episode, because I need a shower with a matter of urgency. But first, I don't like the nothing under this boulder, so I'm going to switch it to night, because that just feels like somewhere they'd put a gold sculptura. Because clearly we don't have all the ones that are here yet, and the Gerudo Fortress counts as a separate place on the map. Am I right? I am not. This makes me sad. Well, I don't know where the remaining gold sculptures for this area are. Maybe there's one over here instead. Or, I would say ore as well, but no, we've just proven there wasn't one in the other place. Nope, but this boulder's embedded in the ground, so maybe? No? Assholes. Well then, perhaps... I think there's a bronze boulder on the other side that has a hole underneath it. Yeah, there's a load of boulders over there, I don't trust any of them. But then there's also that... Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm hot, and I can't think, and... That was definitely sentence. I am the best at space. What about this over here? Have I done this yet? I feel like maybe? No, there's a chest. But there's nothing of value in that chest because it's going to be like 50 rupees or something. And I'd rather need money when I get money, you know? Why did I say... What was the point of me saying these words? No? No gold sculpture is to be had at all. Also, in that tent there, I just gestured with my head. You can't see my head. I just gestured at that tent there. There's a guy in there. The guy that we gave the bunny hood to in... a lot earlier in this project. And he challenges you to a race around Hyrule. And you have to get from here to the bridge in the Lost Woods in not a set amount of time, but an unobtainable amount of time. Now, can we... I remember how you get to that silver boulder, because we can't deal with it as a child, and there aren't any chickens here as Adult Link, so... I don't even remember if you can use chickens as Adult Link, and now I'm sad. I can only assume that it's a hookshot thing, then. Maybe? Perhaps? Sir? No? Oh no, we can just drop down, it just didn't look like the ledge extended that far. I'm sorry for all of this faff. But in my defense, I can't think good, and I swear if I fall off the bridge here. Hey, hey, hey. Okay, so if I just drop down here, I should be perfectly see. Yes, I should be perfectly see. Not even a little bit, but just absolutely. And away with you! And yes, there is a hole. I did wonder. Thought maybe there'd just be a sculpture and have to set it to night again, but no. Okay, hello. Now, the annoying thing with the mirror shield is... It doesn't bounce Octorok rocks back. It only reflects magic rather than physical stuff. And there's not a heart piece in here, and there's only money. So this was actually a waste of time? This is what I get for not making proper notes. Huh. Well, at least I showed off that it exists, goddammit. But where's the last sculptura? Yeah. It might be down there, come to think of it. Because there's the, I was about to take a dive and hope that I made it, but then I just remembered we have the hover boots. Maybe there's a sculpture down there or something. Well, let's re-equip the butter shoes. Let's have some butt issues. Not even close! I suppose on the way back I can show you where this beanstalk takes you since we went to the trouble of planting it. It goes up, and it takes us all the way over to the fishing hole as well, because until you beat the water temple, the only way up here is either this beanstalk or with the Scarecrow's song, but even then I think you need the long shot to reach the Scarecrow in that case. And then it takes you over here for good measure, I suppose, and back to where it started? Back to where it started. Hairy baby. I haven't even seen that film. Plus I think we referenced it in the Spirit Temple anyway. I don't know, it's been a month. Anyway, back to your regularly scheduled cut. Okay, we're back up here again. Now, can I just jump down, be safe with my face? Because... not from this side, I can't. How about this side? Can I just... please tell me I can just drop? Please? I forgot about the hover boots again, but... yay, I fell at an angle. And only took one fuck of damage as well. In case you're wondering, I lost a quarter of a heart on... like, yeah, those there, meatballs, they kind of roll down the water now for some reason in the future. And actually, since I'm here, while I remember, I'm gonna re-equip the mirror shield, goddamn. Okay. I don't think there's anything of value. Wait, hang on. Gonna set it to nighttime first, because maybe there's a sculpture down here that I didn't know about, or didn't count on existing. Rude. Is there anything? You watch, there'll be one in that chamber up there where the piece of heart was. I'm just not gonna check for it, because I'm just that responsible. Now, did I just see one out the corner of my eye there? No, I didn't think so. The heat is making me go crazy, because I've been recording for nearly 3/4 of an hour. And all this for one episode, and I feel like this won't take me anywhere useful, apart from just back up to the top. Or all the way down here, for some reason. Can I help you? Beanstalk? Why? What? Who? Where are you going, Beanstalk? And nope, there wasn't anything in there after all. Are you gonna take me back up, or nope, what? Well, what was the point of that? Well, okay then. On that note, I have been and will continue to be tessellating hexagons at long sweet last. And in the next episode, yep, more faff, sorry, but it needs doing at some point, and hopefully next episode will be more interesting than this one, because there is no rhyme or reason to the order in which I'm doing this stuff. See you in the next one.